Hi everyone, my name is Kanika Kush and I am the founder of a company called Kanika Kush Design House. For those of you who are seeing me or meeting me for the first time, well, we did have a company that we launched about 10 years ago and it did do pretty well that time. But okay, sometimes you're inexperienced and maybe don't know how to do certain things, or maybe you just don't know what your grounding is. So you'll be surprised, we actually did win a pitch and we got some funding as well, but then things didn't go the way they were supposed to, and whatever the reason was, and we had to kind of like lay it aside. So here I am again relaunching the company with a very very new kind of dream in my eyes and a little more grounding. And now here's what I'm trying to say to all of you that are listening, that let me just take you down memory lane a little bit, to my childhood. Those of you that are artists will know this. Those of you that are like true sacha artists know are going to understand this and relate with it immediately. Okay, जब हम पैदा हुए थे हमें तब से पता था we are artists. Would you agree or no? And how, and I say this a lot to my friends also and everybody, that anything that you do in your free time is what your profession should be, or your work should be. So for me, I always used to have a brush in my hand, or like a pen or something with which I would be scribbling, making drawings all the time. Please ask my classmates. Okay, I used to do their diagrams and everything. Now, whatever the world we live in, or the country that we live in, and whatever the mindset was at that time, was that इसको हॉबी की तरह माना जाता था तब. इमेजिन यार, छोटे से बच्चे को कैसा लगता होगा उस टाइम पे कि भैया मैं यहाँ सोच रही हूँ मुझे तो प्रोफेशन बनाना है इसको अपना, और इधर सब लोग इसको हॉबी हॉबी करे जा रहे हैं. So you kind of get interspersed with that kind of a mindset and start to believe it also, to such an extent that you depart from the original idea so far away that it's very tough to come back. And I just know that I am representing a very large chunk of human population when I speak today. So to come back to the present, I have now finally owned, with my full energy and every cell in my body, that I'm an artist. I'm a true artist. What does that mean in today's world where AI is all around us? What it means is that we are sensitive, that we see things that nobody does, that we read your faces, that we see beauty in everything. That's who we are, artists. And the most important is that we just create out of nothing. So all of you artists that are listening to this, and if you're feeling dejected, okay, I didn't say rejected, I said dejected. If you're feeling dejected for whatever reason, please don't. Please continue, because the world will need artists going ahead, and artists are going to save the world. And I am taking that step where, with all my 22 23 years of experience in various fields, I'm going to bring all of that experience together and understand and try and kind of put it all together in a way that it is relevant to today's day and age and the future, and also be very true to being an artist and being creative and being unique. Yes, there are some rules that we follow, but as an artist, and again, you'll hear me, the ones that are artists here, that there are no rules. What rules are created? Like, very personally speaking, I say this to my son as well, that the only rules one must follow are the ones on the road, and maybe in terms of civilization, like our neighbors, or like in a community when you're living, that okay, fine, don't play music after such and such time, and if there's a red light, then don't cross it. Those rules. But rules about how something has to be done, or how one is supposed to behave, or how one is supposed to conduct oneself, or these days, how am I supposed to conduct my business, is my business, because I'm an artist. I will create at every point. I will be like an amorphous thing, and I'll keep on changing. So there are no rules here, because my mind is the universe, which is creating all the time, and it is picking up a gazillion things from the world. Now, how can any rule apply there? Matlab, if somebody even starts to tell me about rules and structure, I think their own minds will explode, because I would have moved along, I don't know how many light years ahead. And I know I'm saying this for all artists that are listening right now, right? So Coming back to what I began with is that Kanika Kush Design House is being relaunched, and some of you, of course, the ones who are probably watching me on Facebook and are friends with me, are aware of how much of work is going behind, just starting this whole thing and just building it from scratch again. And ठीक है, बहुत चीज़ें involved होती है. Right now, I am operating singularly with now help of a team that I've raised that I depend on, but the point is just that in art, no, there is no goal, there is just doing in the now. That's what it is, and I've realized that, so it is just in the moment, it is in the moment what is happening. That's also art is a way of living, and living is art, isn't it? So I've stumbled upon these things, and I really really wanted to make this video when the time was right. These thoughts were going on in my head, but I was like, this is the time to do it right now. So I just thought I'll make the video. And here's my promise to each one of you. There are two things that I'm going to be doing at Kanika Kush Design House. The first is, of course, the business, where I'm going to create spectacular things, like things that you have never seen in your life, only one of a kind, and made to suit you. Those will be the customized pieces. Let's say you come to me and say, Kanika, just embody my spirit, my essence in a piece of furniture. You have to come to me. I'm a magician there. And apart from that, of course, there will be sellable art, there'll be restoration, and all of that. That'll keep coming to you. But the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully pave way for people who feel that just by doing art you can't survive in this world. I want to show, I'm starting now, I'm going to be that trendsetter, or whatever you want to call it, in my environment. I know people have done it in the past. I'm talking about my environment, which is maybe Delhi NCR, which is maybe a woman who's doing it alone with no support and all of that. So in my scenario, I want to lead the way and show anybody who's an artist that it can be done, and this is how it will be done. So this is what I wanted to say, and please wish me luck. And because मैं तो करती रहूँगी, मुझे कोई नहीं रोक सकता, but I still need your wishes, I still need your love. And here's an artist जो दिल से आपको कह रही है that you will only find massive creativity, massive imagination, tons of love, tons of dil se calm for all of you. And that's what life is for me. So yeah, I'm very excited. I hope you are too. And cheers everybody. I will stop now. Bye bye.